Hello and welcome to Heartberry Hollow. Located in Roxbury, Vermont, we're in the central of the Green Mountain State, situated about 1,600 feet up in the Green Mountains. Uh, Down the hill is our homestead, and we're going to go down and take a look. Behind me is the beaver pond, and the dog really likes to swim in that just about all day long. Right, Frodo? The beavers built the dam, and it kind of goes along that way. The dam blew out a few years ago and washed out the road, so the town ended up putting a baffle, so it cannot get any can't get any higher. Here we're on the barn side, and we got the pigs in the barn, and then we got the firewood pile because here we burn our own firewood, and it's all sourced locally. A lot of deadfall from the beavers, and then my arborist jobs. I get to bring home wood and split it, and then we heat it in the house. I'll show you the stove later. We got a nice wood stove in there that's pretty efficient. We're pretty happy about it. It's new to us this year. And anyway, there's the fire pit, obligatory in Vermont. It's important that in the season when you can have a fire, that you do, and you spend it outside. I'm sure you know this. Over here, by the barn, we just set up some little electric netting, and we have the 3 piglets. What's up, guys? What's up? What's up? And here we have Biscuit. We got, whoops, where are you, Crumpet? Crumpet. And Muffin. We got our 3 pigs. And they're pretty happy pigs. So, and then they stay in the barn here, and they got a little stall built in there that they can go in, and they're pretty happy with. So, on to the next. Let's go to the garden. We skipped over the garden. We'll get back to that. We're over here in our orchard. We have some magnificent apple trees, especially this big one right here. We call her Big Mama. She's huge. This is our chicken coop. Put this up last year. It's up off the ground. It's 8 by 12. Hi, Rachel.
Hi.
And then inside, we just cordoned off, what?
10.
A 4 by 8, a little 3 by 8 area for 10 chickens, so that they can get acclimated with the big chickens. So they're happy in there. They got a little roost. They got their own thing, and then they got a little doorway kind of carved in there, and then they can go in and out their chicken door and go down the ramp and explore like the other chickens do. And then we have a sliding door over here. And now for the garden. So we're here in the garden, and Rachel's going to tell us what we have in the ground.
Yes. So this will be potatoes. I'm going to put them in today. This is potatoes that I put in April 4th. They're coming up pretty good, and we'll just work down the garden. We've got some beneficial flowers at the heads and the feet of each bed, and then in here is the corn, which I just put in a week ago, so it'll be coming up soon, but it's not up yet. Garlic from the fall. That's going pretty good. This I just planted a couple days ago. There's a little kale coming up from a few weeks ago. And then I put in turnips and bush beans. And we'll see if we get any of those or if the moles take them all. This is onions and leeks, and then tomatoes that I just transplanted. We'll see if that's too much for it, but The onions are looking good. Some rhubarb from Jonathan's mom. Whee! At both ends of this little L-shaped bed. Chamomile coming up.
Very nice.
And I put a bunch of other, like Johnny Jump Ups and Bachelor Buttons and stuff in here, and I don't entirely know which are which, so I'm just trusting that they're still in there. And then there's sunflowers I just put in here a couple days ago. Again, we'll see if we get any of those or if the mole eats them all. So that's this half. And a little bit of thyme. Some calendula here coming up. Which is a flower. And then my carrots and radishes in the same row. All through here. And the chickens helped me rearrange this bed one day, which was great. And then some celery at the top of this one. Then we have these 3 nifty covered rows, which we were able to start earlier because we have a white plastic greenhouse cover. And then we also have these green mesh covers to keep the cabbage moths off. So in here, I have some tatsoi, more radishes and carrots, and then, let's see where they are. Oh, well, this is a really small one, but then I put, I think this one's cabbages, some cabbages around, which they kind of, I put them in a little small, so I think they're going to have a bit of a struggle.
What's tatsoi?
It's an Asian green.
Okay.
Cold weather Asian green. It's like a bok choy, but same family. Peas coming up. We've got regular like shelling peas and snow peas. Then we've got all this bachelor's buttons coming in here. Beets, carrots, leftover onions from last year.
Volunteers.
Volunteers, yeah. In here is our spinach, part 2.
Let's go.
So spinach I think I put in March. Brussels sprouts in with the spinach. And this bed's kind of on like remedial help because it had a lot of, what you call it in it. What's that?
Turtle.
Turtle, thank you. A lot of turtle, so we dig that up. Onions with, this was our potato bed last year, so I don't think anyone ever has planted onions and potatoes together, but here we go. Then extra tomato plant, so that went in. Chocolate peppers, sage and rosemary and parsley. Sad basil, very sad, garbage bound. Onions, peppers, and these are, oh, they got flowers too! These are my indeterminate tomatoes, so very soon they'll have a top trellis. And they'll be growing up that, but that's all this. And then we'll pop up to the last couple beds. Lettuce, turnips, more garlic. These are my determinate tomatoes. So they are big canning tomatoes. They have flowers on them too. Soon, we're getting them soon.
And it's, what day is it?
It is June 6th.
Oh, okay. We started them inside, obviously.
Yeah, and then sad moment, all our cucumber transplants died in the frost last week.
Good tomatoes, and we
Sad
killed the cucumbers.
Yeah. Then this is our last little covered tent. And this has, anyone surprised, more brassicas. We've got the radishes and the carrots, and these, I believe, are the broccoli.
Alright, we got some more broccoli seedlings there.
Yeah.
Cool.
They're all transplants. Do you want to do the greenhouse?
And then we got a good compost pile that was flipped recently.
Well done, honey.
That's that new bed, and then another greenhouse is gonna go over there. And let's go down, and we have a greenhouse closer to the house down here that we'll check out. In the process of building stone walls and stone stepways because the terrain is very hilly around here. Oh, I forgot, we're down here. We got these little Indian runner ducks. And they're pretty happy. they have a little pond dug into the hillside here just while they grow up. And they're just hanging around. This is the little brooder box that we used for the chicks before we just moved them in to the coop today. So this is gonna get dragged around for the ducks. And then behind the greenhouse we have an even smaller little brooder type box that we made. And this house is and farm part 3. We were just about to say hello to the guinea hens. Hello, guinea hens. Those guys are fantastic. There are some flyers, let me tell you. So this is our greenhouse that, as you can see, is dug into the hill back there. So we get a little thermal heating. And we have some borage down there. And nasturtium. We have the tomatoes going. We have melons over here. And we have a cannabis plant and some clones. And
nice job. 2 different kinds of melons.
Over there, yeah, we have the bees. And that's the start of our homestead. So thanks for watching and checking it. Oh, we got strawberries.
And did you show them the raspberries?
I didn't do raspberries yet either. So we got strawberries over here. And then we're gonna go over there. And this way you kind of get the tour here, because we have gates all over the place here. Try to cordon off dogs and chickens and ducks and pigs and guinea hens. So back behind the beaver dam, you see our landscape has been flooded and it's killed all the trees and everything and then receded, so it's all loamy now. And this is where we planted the raspberries that we got off of a community website called Front Porch Forum, and a couple had an overgrown stand of them and asked if we wanted to come get some. So we went and dug them out. And then while we're over here, we'll see a little operation that we have here. It's my firewood splitting operation. And I drive up. I drive up the pickup up this way, or I drag down wood from the woods in the hill with the four-wheeler or the truck or just a cart in my shoulder. And I buck it up into a pile here, and I split it here with my good old trusty. And for now, it just goes in a little pile. And then when I'm done, I'm hoping to put another lean-to shed off of that side of the barn. We'll stack it over there. So, from the beautiful mountains of Vermont, we wish you well blessings.